What's going on, y'all? We're gonna check out what kind of features we have on this right here. On the chest diamond. Y'all already know what to do, ain't really nothing new. Alright. We did the chess puzzles already. I believe last time it was chess lessons. Membership diamond was that. Already got that. Go back. Lessons. Let's show lessons. Let's see what lessons they have. The language of chess. I already heard that before. How to move the pieces. I completed that. The beginner fundamentals. Opening principles. Okay. Oh, it's still saved. Because how to move the pieces. I completed that. Complete. See? It has a check next to it. That means I completed it already, right? Beginner, opening principles. Let's see this one. Let me click this one. Is this for the chess diamond only, or is this for everybody? Alright.
As you continue your chess journey, the starting position in front of us is going to be very familiar to you. But how often do you think about the board without any pieces? Okay. When you take a look at a blank chessboard, what comes to mind for you? Do you consider it a canvas with unlimited potential, the beauty just waiting to be discovered? Or perhaps you see 64 squares, 32 light and 32 dark. It's very important to become familiar with the chessboard. Specifically, the chessboard looks flat and all the squares appear the same, but not all squares are created equally. Consider the center squares E4, D4, D5, and E5. These squares are the chess mountain, the highest point on the chessboard. You want to make sure you have your fair share of the chess mountain, or inner center, and the best way to do that is planting flags, or pawns, in the center of the board. You're claiming E4 as your territory on the mountain. Black will often play E5, doing the same thing. The squares surrounding the chess mountain, or inner center, is what we call the outer center.
Okay.
You can consider the outer center as the chess hill, not as high as the chess mountain, but still elevated above all the other squares. When we think about developing our pieces, think about the chess mountain and hill, or inner center and outer center. We want to develop our forces to help control these critical squares. Now that we have a general idea of where we want to place our pieces, let's return White's pieces to the starting squares.
Okay.
Let's pretend for a moment that we can only move 2 pawns and the rest of our pieces only once. Where would you develop your forces?
Okay.
Thinking about the chess mountain, or inner center, we don't have to hesitate to play E4 and D4. Knights love to jump into the outer center and help control the key central squares with knight F3 and knight C3. Bishops love open diagonals, so bishop C4 and bishop F4 are natural squares for these pieces. Take a look at all of the squares these bishops control in enemy territory.
Okay.
Castling has a very important role in our development.
Okay.
For this exercise, let's consider castling as the king move.
Kingside castle.
White's king wisely evacuates the center and now has 3 loyal pawns protecting it.
Okay, yeah.
Castling also allows us to bring our rook into the action, especially helping control the center, with a move like rook E1. Now we only have our queen and rook on A1 to move. White's queen can be well placed on E2 or D2. Let's move the queen to D2. Now White's rooks are connected, and White's queen backs up the dark squared bishop, supercharging that diagonal. Finally, we would complete our development with rook A to D1. Notice our 2 central pawns, knights, and bishops are all in the inner and outer center. White's major pieces, the queen and 2 rooks, help support the center, so in the future, White can start advancing pawns up the board. Of course, this is only a dream scenario, and our opponent certainly has something to say about this. So what does a position look like when both sides are following this strategy, activating their pieces and controlling these key squares? Let's take a look. This is a very typical opening position, and notice the balance of the forces. Both sides have pawns in the inner center, controlling their fair share of space. Both sides have castled their king to safety, and the knights and bishops are all controlling key squares in the center. With all this in mind, let's have some fun and see development in action.
Okay.
How important is it to develop our pieces to safe, active squares where they work together in harmony? When one side follows this advice and the other side ignores it, we'll soon find an answer. After e4, e5, knight f3, white combines development with attack. Black's most popular and flexible move is knight c6, developing a piece toward the center and protecting the e5 pawn. Instead, black plays d6. Is this a good move for black?
No,
It depends on which bishop you ask. Black's light-squared bishop enjoys a newly opened diagonal, but black's dark-squared bishop isn't exactly thrilled that it's blocked by its own pawn on d6 and cannot enter the action in the center. Although this move isn't bad, black's dark-squared bishop will have to accept a more passive role than we would prefer. White's bishop on the king side has no such worries after bishop c4, where it controls key central squares and is pointing directly at black's weak f7 pawn. Black decides to develop the knight on b8. What is the best square for this piece? If black plays knight a6, when a knight moves to the edge of the board, a famous saying is, a knight on the rim is dim. Black's knight only controls 4 squares, and none of them are squares in the inner center. Let's compare the last move with knight c6. Developing the knight toward the center with knight c6 is the best square for this piece. It controls both e5 and d4, key central squares, and controls a total of 8 squares, twice as many as it controlled on the edge of the board. Black selected a third option and played knight d7. The knight only protects the e5 square in the center, so it's less active. And now black's light-squared bishop cannot move. White continues to demonstrate positive development with knight c3. And once again, black makes a passive knight move with knight e7. Instead of working together, black's pieces are standing in each other's way. Notice that both of black's bishops cannot move, which means the knights would have to move again in order to free the natural diagonals for the bishops, wasting more time. Time is not on black's side, and white punishes black's poor development immediately with knight g5. Notice how white's pieces are working together. The knight on g5 joins the light-squared bishop in attacking the weak f7 pawn. White's knight on c3 and pawn on e4 join the light-squared bishop in protecting the key d5 square, which means if black plays the best move in a bad position, d5, white can simply capture the pawn and win material. Instead of blocking this dangerous diagonal with d5, black decides to play f6, turning the position from bad to completely losing. What would you play as white? You may notice that the queen on d8 is trapped, so you could actually win this piece with knight e6 or knight f7.
No, f7.
But is there an even stronger move to play? If you found bishop f7, checkmate. Great job. The king cannot capture the bishop as it's protected by the knight on g5. Black's pieces smother its own king, so it's game over. Now that you've learned the importance of developing your pieces rapidly toward key central squares and using your pieces to work together as a team, you're ready to show off your skills in the challenges.
Okay, let's start the challenge. See what the challenge is about. Alright, white decides to move knight on g1. What is the best square for this piece? White decides to move the knight to g1 on g1. Okay, what is the best square for this piece? Okay, g1 at g1. Okay. What is the best? Okay, best one is probably this. I'll go here. Or I could go here. White decides to move the knight on g1, which is the best square for this piece. Okay. The best square is to come here. It's the best one. Because if you come here, you blocking in the queen. So it's the best one right here. Oh. What? It gotta be this one? Oh, okay. Wow, okay. Alright. Alright. Now it says great ones. Again, white has several good moves, but let's decide what's the next best square to develop our light squared bishop on f1. Light squared bishop. F1. I'll go here. Right? Alright. It says, white is threatening to capture our pawn on e5. How can we best develop a piece towards the center and protect this pawn? Right, white is threatening to capture our pawn on e5. Okay. How can black best develop a piece towards the center and protect this pawn? Alright, let's see. Alright, so we don't want to do this move right here. Can I draw the arrows on here? We don't want to do this move. We don't want to do this move because we're blocking in our bishop. The best move to make is this move right here. I assume, right? Right? White is threatening. How can black best develop piece towards the center and protect this pawn? Okay. Right? Come here. Oh, to develop a piece towards the center. I'll come here. Alright? This nice move. Let's continue the development of our pieces and focus on where the dark square bishop will be best. The dark square bishop would be best. Where would the dark square bishop be? I would go here, of course. I would always go here. I would always go here. I would always go there. Alright, black has developed both knights to a passive square, which block black's bishop. Okay. Oh my gosh. And queen from entering the let's use a superior development move and threaten F7. Yep, this is it right here. This is easy. I do this all the time. I do this move all the time. And then I come here and that's checkmate. I do this all the time. So hey, I already know that game. You know what else was next. White pieces have flooded black's underdeveloped position. Let's use our pieces together to force checkmate. Alright. In just two moves. To force checkmate in just 2 moves. Okay. Forcing checkmate in just 2 moves is this. Force checkmate in 2 moves is 1. He comes here. And I come here. That's 2 moves right there, right? So let's do that. It's easy. 1, 2. Alright. Black is checkmated. Great job using your pieces together to win the game. Okay. White is dreaming. Okay, white is dreaming of capturing your F7 pawn with the queen. And on the next move, black has several defenses. But the best move is a strong pawn move which blocks white light squared bishop. Let's look for this powerful pawn move. Alright. That blocks okay. This is it right here. Cause that could be a checkmate. Right? Great job. White undevelops the bishop, retreating it to its starting square, right? Right. Now let's develop our knight to a strong square, which also threatens to capture the white queen. That's it right here. Right. Excellent work. How can we develop another piece into the game and threaten to capture the white queen? Develop another piece into the game threaten the white queen is this move right here. Alright, that's light work. Alright, we're gonna complete 6 lessons and see what it do. No.
Castle early and castle often. It's a funny, but also helpful phrase to remember during your games. After 3 moves, white is a pawn in the center and developed a knight and bishop toward the center. What's next? It's never too early to make sure your king is safe, so a great move for white is to castle. Remember, this is the one time you can move 2 pieces at once. You move your king 2 squares, and then the rook moves next to your king, like this. Think of castling as building a house for your king. The king finds shelter behind 3 loyal pawns. So it isn't easy for your opponent to tear down your defenses. The other great thing about castling is it answers a question you might be wondering. How do I bring my rooks into the game? Castling allows your rook to move toward the center, where it can enter the action. If you were black in this position, what would your plan be? Castle early and castle often. How can black prepare castling? That's right. Let's move our knight into the action and control the center with knight f6. Preparing to castle and threatening white's pawn on e4. After white protects the e4 pawn with a move such as d3, the house has been built for black's king. Let's move it in with castling. Both sides have safe kings thanks to castling, and each of the rooks used for castling are excited to enter the game in the center. Is castling really that important? Since our opening strategy should be to control the center, actively develop our pieces to help support the center, and castle our king to safety, we definitely do not want our king to sit in the center of the board where most of the action usually takes place. In this position, white is castled, but black's king is sitting on a central file which is wide open. With white to move, we can see our rook enter the action with rook e1 check. Rooks love open files, especially files leading to the enemy king. Notice black's king cannot escape the center, as white's bishop controls its escape square.
Checkmate.
Black could block the check with the bishop, but white would simply capture that bishop, and once again black's king would be in check. Black's only other move is queen e7, blocking the check, but now black's queen is in danger. Since white has 2 attackers, the bishop and rook, and black only has 1 defender of the queen, the king, white can play rook takes e7 check, winning black's queen and checking black's king. Notice black's king cannot capture the rook, as then black's king would be in check. Black would love to castle the king to safety, but since you can't castle out of check, black has to settle for a move such as king d8. Notice black's rooks are not connected, so they cannot work together, and black is down an entire queen. Now that we learned how much rooks love castling as they can enter the action in the center, would you believe white has an even stronger way to take advantage of black's exposed king?
Yeah.
Instead of winning the queen with the awesome rook check, we can actually checkmate black's king in the center of the board. How is this possible? Our path to victory begins with delivering a check with our most powerful piece, queen to e2 check. Once again, black's king cannot move as white's bishop prevents its escape, so after queen e7, using our queen as an attacker with the bishop as a helper, we can play queen takes e7, checkmate, capturing black's queen, attacking the king, and covering all of the escape squares. The bishop is the helper piece because it protects white's queen, meaning that black cannot capture the queen, so the game is over. Let's look at one last example together. Sometimes we do our best to castle early, and it just doesn't work out as planned. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. The most important thing is not to dwell on the past, but focus on what you can do now and build a better future. White is down a pawn, and black is threatening to capture our rook on h1. To make matters worse, our king is still in the center, and black's rook that was used for castling is lined up with our king. Not a good sign. What is white to do? How can we move our king to safety and protect our rook on h1 at the same time? That's right, we can castle queenside. Our king has escaped the dangers of the center, and now the rooks are connected, protecting each other on the first rank. White's position isn't perfect, but it's a lot better now that we've castled. You've done a great job exploring the importance of protecting our king by castling. Now let's castle early and often in the challenges.
G1. We could do G1 with We could do D1 to G1. Once we do D1 to G1, we could do E3 to H6. Once we do E3 to H6, we basically, let me draw the arrows for you guys. Let me draw the arrows, that's right. So we come here, right? We don't want to move this, cause if you, I can't draw the arrows. Oh, I can see the cruiser though. We don't want to do this, cause if we do this, he'll come back here and take that. So what we want to do is do this and force him to retreat, and he's gonna move the king out the way, and then we could come here. And once we come there, it's basically we could come up here and boom. Now, let's start the challenge though. Let's see what the challenge is. I hope they keep the same kind of board. If they keep the same kind of puzzle, I bet you that's what it's gonna lead up to. We're gonna see. Oh, damn, they gave me a different one. Alright. There are several good moves in this position, but what is the best king move for white? The best king move would be here. If you're moving the king, the best king move most of the time is the castle. You know? Alright, how can you develop a knight towards the center and threaten the white e4 pawn at the same time? Okay. It's easy, man. This makes it easy. I can get this out of the way. Great work. Now let's move our king to safety. King to safety is this move. Right, excellent decision. Black castle to safety and helps bring the rook towards the center. All right, so next. All right. We just want to complete this lesson and then we'll call it a day. White has many options, but let's remember the most important factor in chess: king safety. Let's castle our king. All right, let's castle the king. Alright, black's knight is misplaced. Remember? Knight at the rim is dim. Learn something today. I'm gonna stop doing that move. I'm gonna make sure that's one of the last moves I make, if anything, you know. So black knight is misplaced on the edge of the board, but is dreaming of castling and so on. How can you prevent black from castling and delivering a daily check, right? How could you prevent black from castling and delivering a daily check? We're gonna go here. Remember, this is the same sequence that they showed us before, but they want to see if our memorization is on point. Remember, this move is good, but this move is best. Remember what we seen in the last puzzle. We gotta just remember that. You gotta remember that, and then that's checkmate right there. Right? Memorization is good in chess. Memorizing something, that's how you really, master the chess, the art of chess. And I'm trying to learn that myself, Right, so what's next, right? Black is threatening to capture our e4 pawn with check. Let's move our king to safety and set up traps. Okay. So we're gonna connect our rook with our queen. Oh my god, that was a mistake. Yo, you ready to, if you know how to play, man, if you see what he just did, I don't even gotta read the text. He just did this. He just did that. That's bad. I could just pin in this queen with that, one of these, right? But the best way to pin a queen in, you don't go queen for queen. You go knight for not knight. You go rook for queen. That's the best move to make. So let's see. Great decision. Let's read what they're saying. Great decision. Black makes a poor choice to capture a pawn. How can we line up our less valuable piece than black queen on the same black king and queen? Whatever. I don't gotta read no more. You come right here. All right. Great job. Black's queen cannot escape the rook's attack, as it must protect the black king. Now let's capture the queen. Right? That's easy. It's easy. It's very easy. Okay, we got castles on the king's gonna go on the queen side. White can move our king. Safety, protect the king. H1. So we're gonna come here. The best move to make. Right. Alright, we're gonna 3 to 6. Let's see next lesson.
Winning a chess game isn't something you can simply make happen. There's no outright winning strategy or forced win. If you simply hope that your opponent will do all of the work for you and make a blunder, you won't win as many games and you won't get very good. The only way to win at chess is by playing with sound strategies and gradually making your position better until you have an overwhelming advantage or your opponent can't handle the pressure and cracks. The key to improving your position is making your pieces active. An active piece is one that is full of potential and ready to jump into action. When you start a game of chess, none of your pieces are active. Most of your pieces can't even move. Your job is to get your pieces into the game and put them on active squares where they can attack, defend, and improve your control of the board. Let's take a look at a few positions and compare who has more active pieces. Let's start by looking at some opening moves and see what.
And a lot of the times, we just fail to keep that in mind, and we just don't develop our pawns properly. We move our knight at the edge of the board. Remember, the light of the knight on the rim is dim. We do things of that nature. So that's something I myself have to correct in order for me to get better at the game of chess. And I'm gonna try to keep these lessons in mind. It's very it's very simplistic for me at least. But sometimes I think it's a better move to make a different move than what the coach is instructing, but most of the time, all of the time, I'll say the coach is always right. Alright, it says, can you find a developing move for black that prevents white from castling? Can you find a developing move for black that prevents white from castling? Alright. Prevents white from castling will be right here. That's the only move you could do to prevent white from castling, because if you come here, then you're obstructing. You're making this diagonal right here. A king can't put itself in check. In order for the king to go to point A to point B, it's going to have to cross paths with that diagonal. So, yep, that's it. Oh, wait a minute. Let's read over. Can you find a developing move for black to prevent white from castling? It's another one. Oh, it's another one. Okay, I didn't see this one. Hold up, it's another one. Oh, that hasn't moved yet. I didn't read that part. Okay, it says hasn't moved yet. Okay, the other one was the right move too. Let's go back. Let's go back to the square because I want to make sure I was kind of right. Can you find a developing move for black that prevents white from casting? Yeah, that was right too. But now they said, look what they added at the end. Can you activate a piece that hasn't moved yet to the same diagonal? Look at that. Boom. I mean, I know I wasn't tweaking. I was right, but they want a specific move. What's next? Right? Okay. White wants to capture black's pawn on C3. Which capture move is best activates a piece? Okay. We're gonna use the best move that activates the piece is this one, because if you do this one, you're going to control the center squares. You're going to control one center as well. You're going to control one center. Let's make that a different color. That's going to be the best move, right? And if you do this move right here, this is the logic of me thinking. If you do this move, that pawn stands independently, is by itself. There's no other piece protecting that pawn. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, your objective is to most likely get these back pieces off the square. Get these pieces off the square. You know what I'm saying? If time allows you to. So you don't wanna leave this defending the pawn. At the end of the day, you wanna push this one out and get it into the action of the game, right? Excellent. White captures the pawn and makes the knight an active piece, fighting for the center. Exactly, right? It says white wants to develop the light square bishop. What is the best square for this bishop? So white wants to develop the light square bishop. All right. If you want to develop the light square bishop, the best square will not to be. The best square is this one right here, I think. I might be wrong on this one right here. Best square is this right here. I might be wrong. Cause when these pieces are aligned diagonally, they're deadly. That's what I would say. If you come here, then you basically putting the bishop in here, and it's just gonna be blocked in. It's just gonna be blocked in, and it'll allow this piece right here to kill that piece, because if you put that here, it's blocking the connection off between the knight and the queen. You know, so the best move to make is this move right here. All right. The bishop enjoys open squares in D5. You want diagonal. Prepares castling on the next move. Exactly. Right. How can black develop a piece and block white right rook from attacking the dark square bishop? Okay, dark square bishop, dark square bishop, dark square. Let me read that over. It says, how can black develop a piece and block white's rook from attacking the dark square bishop? Okay. Okay, all right. Listen, man. Dark square bishop. Okay. What he could do is this, right? So what I could do is move that up here. I gotta read that over, man. Sometimes you gotta read things probably 20 times, man. It says, how can black develop a piece and block the white rook from attacking the dark squared bishop? How can black a piece and block the white rook from attacking? Where's the white rook? Right here. The dark squared bishop is here. All right. Man, I'll do this. I'll do this move right here. I would do this move right here, but let's see if it's a better one. Okay. I'll do that move right there too. Yeah, I think I'll just go with this one. This looks like the best move right here. Right? Exactly. Black activates the light squared bishop and is ready to castle. White now activates the bishop and threatens to capture c7. How can black bring the king to safety and protect the c? Okay, that's easy. That's easy. You got castle on the queen side. Alright. Says black rook is ready to invade on e1 or e2. Alright. e1, e2, right? e1 or e2. Right? Alright, let's read it over now. Black rook is ready to invade on e1 or e2. How can you prevent both these moves and activate white's rook? How could you prevent both these moves and activate white's rook? So what we can do is, if you want to activate white rook, when you activate a rook, it's basically allowing it to travel on this diagonal. If you come here, you're not activating it, you're still blocking it. If you come here, you're activating it. You know what I'm saying? If you come here, you're activating it. If you come here, that's a bad move because he could come down here and capture this piece. See how that works? So the best move to make is this move because it's it doesn't, you know, you won't lose any material if you make that move. You know? Alright. What's next? Oh damn, I pressed start.
As you continue on your chess journey, it's a great feeling when you start to win more games and notice that you are making stronger moves. If you really want to take your game to the next level, it's essential to start thinking about your opponent's moves and truly understanding their ideas before deciding on your own move. The most obvious idea behind an opponent's move is a check, such as Queen B1, delivering a check to our king. Since our king is under attack, it's easy to react instantly and play King H2. Unfortunately, if we play too quickly, we risk missing the entire story behind our opponent's move. Before responding, try to understand all of the things your opponent's move does. Yes, Black's queen checked White's king, but was that the only purpose of the move? Notice Black's queen was also attacking the unprotected bishop, so Black can play queen takes b5. Black is no longer down a piece and has a good position. Let's take a look at this position again. Now that we understand that Black's queen is attacking both our king and unprotected bishop, known as a double attack, is there a way we can both block the check and protect our bishop? If you found bishop f1, great job. We block the check and protect our bishop at the same time, so White is up a piece and enjoys a great position.
Listen, sometimes you don't see moves and you gotta take your time for real. That's how it is when it comes to making moves, man. Because I didn't even see that move. I was just really moving quickly with my mind, you know, and that's always never a good thing to do. So, exactly. Right? Play this.
Now let's take our game to the next level and start to think seriously about our opponent's moves and ideas in the following examples. In this position, after Black plays knight b4, instead of immediately focusing on what we should do, let's make sure we understand the point behind Black's last move. When a
trying to come on this square right here. Trying to come right here. So what we're gonna do, the best move to make is a3. Knight a3, that's the best move.
Knight begins to jump, we want to carefully consider where it may land. Knight takes a2 looks pointless because we can simply capture it with our rook. Where else is the knight attacking? That's right, the pawn on c2. Notice that Black's bishop on f5 is also attacking that pawn. A common mistake is to understand that our pawn is under attack and then decide to move it with c3, attacking Black's knight and moving the pawn to safety. How could this be a mistake? Unfortunately, the knight wasn't just attacking the pawn, it was also attacking the c2 square. So Black can play knight c2 check, forking White's king and rook on a1. White should make the best out of a bad situation and move the king, because if White plays queen takes c2, Black wins a queen for a knight with bishop takes c2. Let's take a second look at this position and try to find a better option for White. Since Black has two pieces attacking the c2 square, and we only have one defender, the queen, what should we do about this threat? If we play e4, trying to block the Black bishop's diagonal, Black will simply capture the pawn with the bishop, and we still have to solve our main problem, the weak c2 square. Feel free to pause the video.
Oh, I'm sorry for laughing though. This thing is hilarious, man. I know y'all might be like, how is this a stupid move? Most people understand it, especially if you really do this thing for real, but yeah.
If you'd like more time to think about the position. If you found the defensive resource knight a3, great job. We don't usually like moving our knight to the edge of the board where it controls fewer squares, but this inconvenience is easier to accept than losing a serious amount of material. Now that c2 is properly protected, we're ready to kick the knight out of our territory with c3. And if Black plays knight takes c2 check, As long as we capture with our least valuable defender first with knight takes c2, bishop takes c2, and queen takes c2, after all of the trades, white is up an extra bishop for a pawn, so black should have spent more time thinking about the consequences of our knight a3 move before capturing the c2 pawn. Let's continue to work on understanding the ideas behind our opponent's moves. In this position, white decides to play queen f6. Take a moment to understand all of the ideas behind white's last move.
It's over. Checkmate.
You may notice black's rook on d8 is under attack. So with that information in mind, black may play rook e8,
Oh yeah.
moving the rook to safety and adding a second attacker to the e4 pawn.
Nope. I'm with knight.
Before deciding on our move, don't forget to ask, what are all of the ideas behind my opponent's last move?
The knight.
It is true that white's queen attacks 3 pawns, but none of these moves look very good. Remember to always look for checks and captures. In this case, white can win the game immediately with queen g7. Checkmate. After carefully considering all of the ideas behind our opponent's last move, how can we both prevent checkmate and protect our rook on d8? It might not look possible, but your knight on c5 is ready to come to the rescue. Where can you move your knight to stay in the game? That's right, you can play knight e6. This move prevents checkmate on g7, as the knight would simply capture the queen, and it also protects the rook on d8. Knight e6 isn't the first move that may come to mind, but by taking the time to fully understand the ideas behind your opponent's move, we can find these important resources. Sometimes you can make a threat and it seems like your opponent is completely ignoring you. If white plays rook to f1, we may expect black to play rook f8 to protect the hanging pawn on f7. It may come as a surprise to see black play rook to d8. This move seems to completely ignore our threat of rook takes f7. Of course, sometimes your opponent only focuses on their own moves and misses the purpose behind your moves. If you don't see a point behind your opponent's last move, you need to trust yourself and continue with your plan.
That is a good move because, look, you got to think, right? That's a good move because if you think about it, if your white ignores, if your white, because the black piece, a lot of times they see the move, but they see an even better move. So with the knight is not a pawn on d4 is pinned in with the rook, right? So basically, if you get excited and capture the pawn on f7, then that's a bad move because look at the knight now. Now the knight could move to e5 and at the same time capture the rook on f7. You know what I'm saying? And this is exactly what they're about to say. Because once you pin in the pawn, it can't take the knight. You know, so we're gonna keep playing this. We're gonna keep it playing. And that's what they're about to say. I already know. I already see the move. I already see the game plan and the strategy.
If it turns out you overlooked a tactic, you will gain a valuable lesson, but you cannot fear threats that you do not see. It turns out that rook d8, lining up with our king, is a very tricky way to defend the f7 pawn. So white should move the king off of the same file as black's rook with a move such as king c4. After rook takes f7, black has a surprising move which wins white's rook. Take a moment to look for this incredible resource. If you found the powerful move knight e5 check, excellent job. The pawn on d4 cannot capture the knight as it would put our own king in check, which is illegal. And after white moves the king to safety with a move such as king e2, black wins the rook with knight takes f7. Let's take a look at one more example together. Chess is such a beautiful game as there are so many layers to discover. In this position, black plays knight takes b3. What is the point of this move?
Hold up.
It looked...
I was trying to fix my own plug. We gotta rewind it. I gotta see something. Alright, right? Alright, so black. Ooh, wait a minute. But why black didn't just come down and checkmate him? Oh, let me go back. Let me see something. It says, okay. Cause I'm looking at the why black didn't just come down and checkmate him.
Looks like black is simply offering a trade.
I ain't trying to play yet. Why the black pawn? Why the black queen didn't come down and just checkmate him? That's a bad move. Let me go back. Did I skip it? That's how much I skipped. Let's go back.
Black wins the rook with knight takes f7. Let's take a look at one more example together.
Right?
Check.
Alright, boom. Oh, okay. Now. Once he kills the knight, that's checkmate.
Chess is such a beautiful game as there are so many layers to discover. In this position, black plays knight takes b3. What is the point of this move?
Checkmate the king.
Black is simply offering a trade.
C1, queen C1.
Prove your game is to ask yourself every time your opponent makes a move, if my opponent had another move, what would they play? We might assume black would simply move the knight to safety and be up a piece.
Now in this situation, you gotta move your pawn. You gotta move one of your pawns up. As you move one of your pawns up, you're gonna have you won't be checkmated by the queen. So that's what he's about to say right now.
If white doesn't think carefully about this question and simply plays a takes b3, white is in for a rude awakening. When you ask, if my opponent had another move, what would they play? Always look at every single check and capture your opponent can play, because these are the moves that may cost you the game.
The best move I say is G2. That's the best move. Because if you move on G2, then the queen, the king can move on G2, and it won't get checked by the queen at all. You know, the queen, I won't say it'll be the best protected that way, but you know, it'll be better protected than if you move H2 or F2. You know, so G2 is the best move. Move the pawn of G2 one space upwards. At the end of the day, you want to connect the pawn still. You don't want to just move it 2 spaces and have that pawn out in the open by itself. You know, so moving it up 1 square to G3 would be the best move.
As in this case, with queen c1. Checkmate. Since black's threat is queen c1 checkmate, you might make a quick decision and play a move like g3, opening up an escape square for your king. Before deciding to not recapture black's knight and accept being down a piece, is there another way to capture black's knight and prevent
Okay. The next way, even better way, is this. See, that's right. That's why you gotta see these moves, man. Gotta take your time to time and see these moves. C3 will protect that C1 square.
checkmate? Notice white's queen is on c7, and it could guard the checkmate square if the c2 pawn wasn't in the way. This means we can play c takes b3. So now black cannot play queen c1, as we would simply capture the queen. You've done an excellent job working through one of the most important skills to develop, always looking out for your opponent's moves and making sure you understand the ideas hidden behind them. Now let's stay alert and remain one step ahead of our opponent's moves and the challenges.
See? Little things like that. That'll make you a way better chess player. After you see the logic on why that move is better than this move, you got it takes time though to understand that and grasp it quickly, see it quickly. You know what I'm saying? But once you get that, and which is a primary example of something I had to do, because that was the only move I seen. The same thing he said, you might think quickly and move the light squared pawn to the dark squared square on G3. That was the move I was talking about. But at the end of the day, it was a better move to make, which was the pawn to B3, and at the same time protecting this C1 square. But let's start the challenge, y'all. I skipped it. Oh, I went too far. What I did, I pressed, I skipped it, right? Hold on. I pressed, I think I pressed it 2 times, so I kind of cheated a little bit. I accidentally tapped the, what you call it, 2 times. It says, how should white escape the check, right? How should white escape the check? All right. How should white escape the check? White should escape the check by coming. How should white escape the check? I'm gonna go back, but I wanna go back. Hold on. All right.
As you continue on your
Now this is where we at right now. I accidentally pressed the hint button. All right, so it says, how should white escape the check? So white should escape the check by man, white is in a tough situation. I'm like, what? Man, let's just go here. Let's go here. Well done. After queen, after the stalemate, but not really. It could be a good try, but a challenging chess player would not allow that move to happen. But it's a good try. It's a good try. I'll say that much. It says black is attacking both their rook and the knight. How can you save both of them? Black is attacking the rook and the knight. How could you save both of them? By that's a good question. That's a good question. Let's see. That's a good question. We're gonna come here. We'll come here. Come there. Right? Right. So this one. White needs to recapture on B3. But must be careful. How should you do it? Alright, so I gotta hurry up. And remember, this is the same puzzle that they did before. The same puzzle that they did before. You come down here. Same puzzle that they did before. It's very easy to remember. It's not like the puzzles I was solving when it came to the Grandmaster checkmates. It's very easy, you know. But what I'm gonna do now is I gotta leave now. I'm gonna leave now. You know, y'all gonna see this same game resumed in a different setting. All right. Be right back with you guys in 10 seconds. I'm back. I thought I was gonna be back, huh? We back, man. Yeah. So we continue where we left off. Different setting, of course. Remember where we was at, right? Let's continue. Let's go forward, right? All right. Because this thing is important, man. A lot of these things are basic to certain people, but we tend to forget these things when we playing a game of chess. You know, including myself, of course, man. And this will make my whole strategy of playing chess better. I'll become way better if I see little things like, you know, what we previously seen. You know, little things, little adjustments that could be made that alter the whole game. You know. Now what we doing next, right? It says, nicely done. You are done doing a great job. Nicely, you are doing a great job looking for and understanding the ideas behind your opponent's moves. Okay, let's click the next one. All right, boom. Black is attacking our king and rook on A1. What is white's best defense, right? Listen, Watch this. Yo, I had a similar situation like this. It's crazy that I know the answer to this one. The best defense to make, could I draw arrows? Is this. That's the best defense. Because if you kill it, that's going to be checkmate. So let's reset. If you go here and kill that, it's going to be a checkmate. So the best defense is to come down here. That's the best defense. Because it may not seem like they're connected. It may not seem like the two white what you call it? The two white rooks are connected, but in all actuality they are. Because if you bring this down here, he kills you, and then you kill him, and y'all basically on even playing field, you know. So that the best move to make. The answer to this question: black is attacking your king and rook, and on a1. What is the best defense? This is the best defense right here. That's the best defense. If you don't make that move, you lost the game. Point blank. Period. All right. So let's do it. Let's come down here. That's the best move to make. Exactly. You gonna come here. All right. Now you done flipped the game and you won. Now you done flipped everything, you won the game. You know, see how that works? You know, they setting you up for obvious plays. It's just your objective to see these moves, man. You know, but let's see. It's the next one, right? White knight leaps to the b5 square. What is white's threat, and how should we handle it? All right, so look. Again, remember we did this, right? So the white knight moved from here to here, right? It could have been here too, who knows? But at the end of the day, the piece that is on is right here, right? It's attacking this square right here. This is on the diagonal. It's attacking that square. So the best move in order to protect this square right here is this move here, right? That's the best move. Because if this comes here and checks the the king, then the knight could come here and kill that, and then you just come here and kill that, and then the queen comes here and kill that, you know. So the best move to make, we did this already. Is this this is the best move, right? Now what we do, instead of course we're gonna take it with this, because this would be stupid, of course, right? So we're gonna take it with that, boom. Then we come here and take that. Complete, right? Next lesson. Oh, we on 505? Okay, we got one more lesson, and I'm gonna wrap it up. You know, we just gotta complete this whole lesson to move on. Okay, now where we left off at, I believe, right? Next lesson, because my computer started glitching.
Knowing the rules of chess is just the beginning. Chess is an incredibly deep game that you can spend a lifetime learning. So let's get started. Once you make your first move on the chessboard, you have entered what is called the opening phase of the game. This is where you begin to develop your pieces onto good squares where they can attack, defend, and control the center. Once most pieces have developed, the game enters the middle game phase, where both players are making plans, organizing their pieces, finding weaknesses, and attacking their opponent's king. Some games end right in the middle game with checkmate or resignation. Like in this position, after queen e4, white creates a battery with the queen and bishop on the b1 to h7 diagonal, threatening checkmate. Notice the queen is also threatening the unprotected rook on a8. Black only notices the unprotected rook, moves it to safety, and then is shocked to see the game is over. Queen takes h7, checkmate. Not all games end that quickly. Some games continue on, and after many of the pieces have been traded away, enter the endgame phase, where the goal is usually to promote a pawn to a queen and then checkmate your opponent. In these lessons, you will learn about each of these phases of the game in detail so you can improve your chances of winning. But before we get too far, it's time to talk about your first moves in the opening. There are 3 main goals in the opening. First is to establish control of the center. The center is the most important part of the board. From the center, you can launch an attack anywhere. Second is to get your pieces onto active squares. They don't have many options when they're stuck on the back rank where they start, so bringing them into the game toward the center is a good idea. Third is to get your king to safety by castling, so the king is not exposed to the dangers of the battle in the center. All of your opening moves should support these goals. Now it's your turn to practice making great opening moves.
Okay, let's go. Alright, says, let's get started. Can you move a pawn directly into the center? This one right here. You got it. E4 moves a pawn directly into the center. After black gains space in the center with E4, E5. Can you develop a piece towards the center and attack the black's center? I saw this one already though. Didn't I solve this one already? Black just moved the bishop. Okay. I don't think I did that one already, right? Black. Oh yeah. I did this one already, man. I believe the bishop. Can you take advantage of that? Nope. Come here. You gotta take this. Black's pawn on e5 is under attack from the right. Pawn on e4, 5 on f3. Can you develop a knight towards the center and protect the e5 pawn? Alright, e5 pawn. And let's hurry up and do this. Can you move the f1 bishop to an open diagonal that controls the center? Alright, so open diagonal that controls the center. F1 bishop, open diagonal that controls the center. I say yeah. Alright, excellent. White is ready to castle. Can you castle the white king to safety? Alright. Do that. Alright, okay. Now it says I clicked on hold on. It says black knight. I probably clicked on it twice. Black knight on f6 is attacking the e4 pawn. Can you develop a knight to protect the pawn? Develop the knight to protect the pawn. And white, it's kind of, easy peasy. White wants to move a pawn to protect the e4 pawn and open up a diagonal for the bishop on c1. Can you find the move? Okay. c1. If you want to protect the pawn, you gotta move up one right here. Right. Okay. Excellent. This move protects the e4 pawn and opens up the c1h diagonal for the bishop. Can you develop the c1 bishop to a square that attacks the black knight? I'm rushing through this. Excellent. This move protects the e4 pawn and opens up the c1 diagonal for the bishop. Can you develop the c1 bishop? Okay, with c1 bishop, my bad. Okay, c1 bishop. Okay, here we go. And attack the black knight. Exactly. So we're gonna come here. All right. This is 6 out of 6. Yeah, I can't watch this over, man. The other one was very helpful. What I learned, the mistake that I always make is I block in my pieces, and I don't develop my pieces properly. So with that being said, it's more like I might push a pawn up without properly developing my knight. Therefore, my knight only could move in the rim, which is dim, like they said, like the coach said, because it doesn't attack as much squares as if I move the knight to say f3, for example. I would move it to h3. So that's a takeaway for me for sure. That's a takeaway for me. So hopefully that let's see if I could keep that in mind and see if I can get better with that. All right, so that's completed. Now we're gonna get to an actual game. I basically completed everything from the point where I told y'all I'll be back in 10 seconds to now. So now we're gonna get the game going. I might break this down into a different no, I'm gonna keep it going because I want to see if it has any effect on my game. I want to see if my completion of the course has a sort of effect on my game, and I believe it will, because I actually learned a lot, just by the development of my pieces, and just me not leaving my strong pieces stuck on the end of the board, or stuck on the A file, or stuck on the stuck on the A file, for example, right here. Right here. Okay. So we did that. Now we know where we at, right? Now we gotta play an actual game. I can't draw the arrows. Okay, now we're gonna play an actual game, right? We're gonna try to not to we're gonna try to go off what we learned, right? So play. I'm gonna need a 10-minute game. I'm gonna need time to think. I'm gonna play 3 games. If I get 3 or 3, then that means I'm not bad. I'm not doing bad at all, right? These players are in similar rating with me, right? I believe so. I believe it's similar rating, right? All the bars down here looking decent, man. Let's just start like this. We're gonna start 50 plus, 50 minus. Let's play. Because we're gonna see if we could win 3 straight. Alright, good morning. We early in the morning with it. Just had my green juice. Link in the description above. I'm about to get it started. We got to continue where we left off. Different shirt. Different day. Let's go. And we gotta see if we could keep that in mind while we play the game. These tactics that we learned, So we're gonna play a 10-minute game. Let's go. Wi-Fi decent. Let's go. I'm gonna start with the basic opening, the E5, E4. E4, E5. What I'm gonna do is come here. I'm gonna hurry up and try to castle. Alright, let's go here. On this square. Let's castle. Damn, why did it rain so long? Oh man. I should have boarded this game. Let's come here. Come here, threaten this piece right here. Just threaten that piece right there. No casual. We're still gonna take, because at the end of the day, I think this is a good trade. Oh wow, he made a mistake. Resign. He might resign out of frustration. He might resign out of frustration, but this is so good, man. Damn, yo. Damn. Let's go back to safety. Wow. Yeah, out of frustration, he resigned, but it's a good thing. I would have accepted a draw with him if our rating was similar, but I'm not trying to be down 1 point. Nah, forget that. So, best out of 3 games. You ain't gonna even count that game. New game. I'm gonna look at that rating. Okay, 1344. That's good. Okay, let's go now. I want a challenge. That's the thing about me. I want a challenge, right? Okay, they threw that out there. We could throw this out there. All right. Now we can hurry up and casual. Try to hurry up and try to casual. Now we can make this move right here. All right, so we hurrying up. Doing that. Do that. Okay. Now we're castle. Now we gotta protect that piece. I think the best way to protect the piece. I'm moving the pawn up 1. Okay. Now we will come out here. This right here, believe it or not, this is I'll say it's a in between move. This is a vision zoom. Let me see if I'm right, if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the description if y'all still tuned in after all this time. Boom. That's just a vision zoom right there. We do that, a move in between a move. So we protecting this square right here. We're protecting this square stronger, and then we're gonna castle. That's the best way to do it. Probably is a vision zoom. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Probably. Alright, so we're just gonna do what we do. We could you kill this. I'll kill. Alright. Now let's casual, because I know what he's trying to do. Oh, he didn't do that move. Okay. What he made was let's come up here. If I come up here, boom, kill, check. So if I come up here, nah, I don't want to mess up my pawn structure though. That's one thing. I don't want to mess up my pawn structure. Let's just work on the development of the pieces. What he's trying to do, he's trying to come here. Let's move this up 1. Next, what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna try to come up here, and then here. That's what's next. Alright, he did that move about time. We come here, we didn't come here. We're still trying to do this move right here. Come up here. He might bring the rook over here. Oh, he didn't do that move. Okay. Let's come here and protect that piece. That's what we make, really. Alright, boom. That's a not really a mistake. Let's ignore. Let's ignore. If we ignore, I think we're in a good position. Or we can do that. I need to free up my tool. That would be 2 moves. If he takes that, would be a 2-move thing for me. I think it'll be. Let's ignore. If we ignore, I think we got all the time in the world. Might not be the best one. I think take is the best one. Yeah, boom. Right? We come here now. We gotta hurry up and free the rook. You know, once we free the rook, we can think about the tactics. You know. Exactly. So we come here now. Close that up. Now you close that up. Taking a while. That's good. I can come here now. Boom. Not my bad. I drew the wrong arrow. I'll come here now and see what that is about. You know, I'll come here for sure. So I can come here. Matter of fact, I can come here. Then I could come here. He's gonna see that though. Hopefully he's good enough to see that move. Hopefully he's good enough to see that move. Now I could come here. And he won't, if he don't see that move, it's a wrap. He won't be able to take this piece. Mistake he made. See, he won't be able to come down here and do that because his king is in check once I move my knight out, right? So that's what we're gonna do, right? We gotta, no, matter of fact, this is a better move because we got a free at the end of the day. We got a free piece at the end of the day. So hold up, no, that's not. He could just kill. Best move for me to make probably is this move right here. Best move for me to make is that move right there. Right? Okay. Now I come here. I come here, boom. I come here now. Right? Now okay, yeah. That's looking good. Now, next move I'm making is coming here, and I'm checking this king. No. Either that or something else. Exactly. Right. Boom. What else we could do? Now I got a free bishop. Free bishop right here. See if I'm thinking about it, I got a free bishop. Do I? Yep, I got a free bishop now. Free bishop. He resigned, man. Yo, your rating too decent for you to be giving up so easy, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's see if we get another game going. See if we get another game going. He like, this guy different. He like, this guy different. New game, 1274, and I don't want to play nobody with that low rating. I want to be honest. I want somebody with a high rating, probably like a 1400. To be honest, I feeling extremely confident. Right, boom. Dang, 1249. Yo, oh man, I don't know if I could do it again. Let's just play this game, man. Let's play this game. This is just a game. I just gotta keep these low-rated players, man. I guess my rating is getting too good, man. I don't know. I don't really know how it goes, you know. Trying to find out myself, man. Let's come up here. Yeah, that was a horrible. They're a diamond player too, so who knows, man? They probably, you know. Let's just swing it on what you call it out. Okay, so we're gonna come up here now. Okay. Oh, we're gonna come up here. Alright, so now we're gonna come here. We'll come here. It looked like his what you call it, tool junked up. We'll come here, matter of fact, because we got castle. Or make that castle. Get that castle going. Right. Next move we're gonna make, we're gonna try to do this move right here. because we're trying to attack this square right here, right? Okay, I'm coming up here, boom. Okay, so this move is crazy. Watch this. I take that. He comes here with the queen, the king. I mean, I come up here with the what you call it, right? He comes down. I come down. I come here. I just take his p with his with my queen. Let me think of that one time, right? I'm not trying to overthink it, but I'm trying to think it a little bit, right? Boom. If he takes, it's forcing me to get a what you call it back anyway, and I'm taking his king off his square, right? See how that works a little bit? Let's see. That looks like a decent move, right? Oh, matter of fact, I don't know if it's the best move though. I don't think it's a good move actually. Nah, I ain't doing that move. I'm getting ahead of myself. I gotta stay focused. If I know for sure it's a good move, then I'll do it. You know, really don't want to retreat, but I have to. Just to be, you know, or I could do this. I could do this move right here. Yeah, retreat. Don't even do that because you're not too sure. If you're not too sure, don't take no chances. I'm learning. You know, I'm trying to be disciplined. You know, that's the word. That's the precise language I'm trying to use. I'm trying to be disciplined because that's how you end up winning. You know. Where was I? Let's go here and see something. We could go here. I like this moving. Did he go yet? Wait a minute. What happened? So I go here. Oh, I'm bugging. Yo, today not my day. Yo. Okay, let's move this up one. Move this up one. Right. So boom. So we're gonna try to do it, right? We're gonna try to my time is not right. Time not right now. Alright, so let's just go up one right here. Go up one right here. Alright, take. I want to push this here. Oh, I can't. Too late now. Let's kill. Alright. So we come in here. So we come here. You could my time. That's why I don't like my time. My time not right. You come here. Come on. One. Right. Just trying to do that. Move this out the way. I don't see nothing. It's hard when you're trying to find something, but you just don't see it. That's the hard part of everything, you know. That's the very hard part when you don't see it, but you're trying to find something. Let's just go here. And it be like that sometimes in chess. Sometimes you just don't see it, you know. Sometimes you just don't see it. Okay. So what we're trying to do here is probably this move right here. I just come up here, man. Oh, I can't. I just come here. I could push this up too. I can push that up. Bam. He takes. I take. Come in. Nope. I could push this up here like this, I guess. Right? I can't. Let's try this move right here. Damn, yo. This is messing me up right now, man. Let's try to come here. Let's try to come here, matter of fact. Oh, boy. Yeah, let's try to come up. Try to come up here. We're just trying to find something. Look at my time is low too, and their rating is lower than mine by a decent amount. So my rating is about to go down drastically if I do lose this, and I might lose it. But I'm moving a little bit faster and hoping for the best, you know. Okay, so we're gonna go here. You got 3 minutes up on me, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. See if we can turn it around a little bit. Let's come up here, trying this. Cause at the end of the day, we trying to regain that time. That's what we trying to do. He think I'm thinking of something crazy, but I'm not. I'm just moving. At the end of the day, every game you don't really see something. You know, you really don't see something like that last game. That person the rating was way higher than mine, but I seen moves I can make. You know that compensate to my victory. You know. Okay, he did the en passant. Okay, boom, we come here. Boom, take that. That. Okay, since he killed that, I could come up here, which seems like, wait a minute, it seems like the best move. It disallows his castle, right? And I could take his I get a free bishop if he makes the wrong move and doesn't move his queen down here to protect it. Okay, that's a good move. Actually, That's not the best move. Now this is called the desperado move. This is called the desperado move. Watch this. Hold up. Might be. Called one. See, we got a free piece at the end of the day. We got not a free piece, but we're up a piece now, being that we made this move. Oh, wait a minute. Was that a mistake? No, it wasn't. But what happened is we're gonna take. Oh, dang, that was a mistake, I believe. That was a mistake, I believe. When your time get low, you make mistakes, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to hope we can redeem ourselves, man. What we gonna do next? Let's see what we can do with this. What you call it? Come here. I'm here. Right, so he's trying to do that. We're gonna just try to come here, I guess. I don't see what he's trying to do. I don't see it. I don't see it. Ooh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Keep thinking, man, because I need all the thinking you can do. Because I'm low on time, and it's a bad look for me. It's a very bad look for me, right? Go here. We gotta free up this piece right here. We gotta move one of these. Alright, so good, right? Now we get to relax. Let's come here like this. Come here like that. Right, so let's do this. Right, so what we're gonna do now, we're going to bring the spawn over here. I think I got this over here. I lost that pawn. That's what it is. Right, so we're coming up here now. Coming here. Right, so we're coming here now. Coming here now. He made a mistake, I believe. We're back in the game, I think. But we got very, very limited amount of time left. Very limited amount of time left, you know. Very limited amount of time left. Let's see, this we pinning in that piece. We could come back like that. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this right here. Let's see if we can do that. Dang, yo. I gotta see, man. I gotta really see. But I gotta move fast. Time is not on my side. I'm up 2+, but time is not on my side, right? Boom, right? Time is not on my side at all. Alright? So we're gonna come here. We're gonna do that. See if we can force this draw. Oh wow, that's amazing. Come in here like this. Like this. Alright. So we looking good. We looking decent. Can I do it? Could I do it? Right? Oh! No, I didn't. I didn't make a mistake. I thought I did. Right? We're gonna try to come here now. And here. That's what we're trying to do. Hold up. Hold up. Alright. Boom. Come here. Come here. Oh, I made a mistake. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let's see. You come here. Damn, yo. Running out of time, man. Running out of time. It's all good. Running out of time. It's all good, though. Come here. Checkmate. Is it checkmate? Wait a minute. I won. I'll take it. We got that documented. That's a win at the end of the day. I was up. Look at the points I was up. I was up 15. You know what I'm saying? I was up 15, but I was running low on time, so I was pre-moving every move, and to my circumstances, I was able to come out on top, but listen, I'll count it. I'll count that move. I'll count that game as a win. I made a lot of blunders. I had 1 missed wins, 4 mistakes. It is what it is, man. Next and final game. I'm 2 for 2 right now. So this is the last game. Let's see if I can have a perfect day today. All right. Okay, we're gonna come here. And we're gonna come here. Right, we're gonna come here. We're gonna castle. We're gonna come up here, I believe. Should we do that move? No. Oh, I made a mistake. Not really made a mistake. My slipped. My pen slipped. Pen slipped. Okay. So what we're doing next is we're gonna work on the development of the pieces. You know, I'll come up here. It's like a decent move. Come up here. This looks like an even better move because we were just advancing our pawns, and I love advancing my pawns. We get take now. Of course, here's let's see. Yep, got a free pawn. Got a free pawn at the end of the day. I love that move. Oh. Take. We gotta take. Yeah, we have to take. Whatever. Alright. Now we come up here. Boom. I believe we're gonna just win on what you call it. Just the pawn structure is retarded. So I got faith in my pawn structure. He could be up 5 points all he want. You know, I got faith in my pawn structure. For real. Shit, pawn structure looking way more advanced than his. Look at it. Way more advanced than his. Got confidence for that one, man. Disappointed that I lost my queen, but it is what it is, man. You can't cry over spoiled milk. Now that game go. Now that game go for sure. So we're gonna come I'm gonna bring this up one. Take. I'm gonna try to pin it in one of his pieces. Actually I can do this. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. Okay, what's next? Right. So what do you do now is, yeah, I'm gonna connect my knights. So I'm gonna come out here. Which one's best? This is best, right? Connect my knights. Next, I can come out here and put pressure on this queen. Hold on, wait a minute. What? What? Why he did that move? I'm trying to find out. Okay. He's trying to do that move, right? Probably I could do is I could make this move right here. That should be on the safe side and do this. Did I checkmate? No. He sees something though. He does see something, but I'm not too sure what he sees. Alright. Let's try to come here now. Try to come here. Let's see. Take. Yeah. Right. So, what we could do, I just seen it. I seen it too late, probably. Hold on. Let me see. I come here. No, that ain't gonna work. Man, I should have took that. If only I seen this move right here. Damn, yo. This is what it is, man. Okay, that's a castle. Okay, that's a mistake, probably. Let's see if we see something else. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. I like this move right here. Like this move right here. Situation not looking that bad. Be honest, the time is okay. Time is so, but you know the situation not bad at all. It's not bad at all. All right. So what we're gonna do here now is come back down here. Right. Now what we're gonna do now is this right here. That piece right there. Right. Now what we're gonna do now is this piece right here. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I see what you're trying to do. Just let's come up here one time. Probably could do that. Yep, that's exactly what we could do. Come here. Let's come here. Let's see what happens. So I'm looking at this piece. This piece is dangerous. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous move right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you at all, man. He I don't think he's making the best moves, but let's see. Let's see how it plays out. 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 He's gonna make a blunder. I feel he's gonna make a blunder. Really feel like he's gonna make a blunder. Right? Let's do it this way, right? You can push this up one, right? Listen, I want to see what he's going to make. I want to see the move he's going to make. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not counting myself out at all with this. What you call it? Now we can push this up. Bam. Come here, discovery check him, and get a free. What you call it? That's what we're about to do. If he doesn't take, we're gonna cause him to think and move that up and see what he does next. Right? Okay, boom, perfect. Let's just do this. Do that. Let's do this. Is that bad or is that good? We're gonna find out. Alright. So we come back down now. Now we come down here like this. Damn, we good now. We on the roll now. Boom, check. Right. What else next? What's next? Boom like this. Okay. Let's not do that move. not do that move, right? Boom, right? Okay, now what's next? Now we come up here. Ooh. We'll come up here like this. We can move. See, I might as well just do that, right? Cause I'm looking at him and he's looking good. We just gotta take it, cause we're long with time. And probably move this out here. Let's see what's next. I seen that move too. That's the crazy part about everything. I look like I lost the game. See? Look like I lost that game. I seen that move too. That's the crazy thing about it, right? Look like I lost the game. I feel like I lost. I seen the move. That's what I. All right, man. 3 for 2. I mean, 2 for 3. That we're gonna call it. I mean, 3. Yeah, 3 for 1. I mean, or something like that. Whatever the case may be, I could rewind it. We doing a lot of time on this. We got a lot of time in. Y'all already know what to do. It really ain't nothing new. We got 2 hours in, so y'all already know, man. Bye. Thanks for watching. Like. It helps the discoverability of the video.